Thanks, Brian. I appreciate that. I want to welcome everybody to the launch webinar for our new success team. For those of you that may not know, my name's Clint. I'm the owner and founder of the 7K Team System, the Success Quick and Quick Family Safe Ad Zone advertising community. And we're just delighted to be able to do business with Brian and help our community make some money and help others do the same. I've been working in the online industry for about 10 years and been a program owner for about, 6 or 7 years. And I'm just delighted to have an opportunity to work with Brian. He's been in business with traffic for in the network for a number of is required to make money in the industry, and you need to in this industry. So that's why we created the 7K Team System. And now the next step is to take people into a larger business with Brian's leadership and, most importantly, his simple copy and paste income system that's going to make a lot of people on our team a lot of money. So, Brian, if you can take it away, I greatly appreciate your leadership and your friendship and look forward to having you introduce our attendees to our great system.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Clark, very much. Folks, those of you who've been working with Mr. Clark, you know he's a leader. He takes this sort of thing very, very seriously. He and I have done business together for a number of years, and I think we've always felt like there's going to be a larger project for us to partner up on at some point, and this project is it, without question. We're both just, I think it was 2 o'clock in the morning last night. We were texting back and forth, and we ended up on the phone together. There's just some incredibly exciting things happening right now. And we've actually put together what we're calling Project 2000. And the goal of Project 2000 is to simply put 2,000 people into this business this calendar year. Now, those of you that know me may be surprised that I'm actually working with a network marketing company, that I've become a distributor. There was no sweetheart deal. There was no signing bonus. There was no premium placement, nothing. It was, fill out the application just like everybody else, pay the same fees for the business, and buy the coffee just like everybody does. And so a lot of times, with the background I've got in the industry, we've been providing marketing tools, as Clint was talking about, for the past 13 years to people in the network marketing industry. And a lot of times people are asking me, Brian, why this company? And sometimes they're upset. I talked to you about my company, 2 years ago, and you said you weren't going to do it. And listen, I don't really have anything against companies in the industry. I love network marketing. But there were a few key elements for me that needed to be present for me to say, you know what, I think I'll take a look at this one. The first one was product. There are some great products in the industry, no question. And I don't mean to, downplay or say anything bad about anybody else's products or services. That's not the point. It just needed to make sense for me in terms of, number one, it had to just make sense. The product by itself needed to make sense. The second part of that was the product had to be highly consumable. And you probably understand already that we're going to be talking about coffee in this presentation. Coffee makes sense. I joke with my team members now about, let's do product training. Everybody write this down. Write the word coffee. Okay, product training complete. Let's go make money. And coffee drinkers get it. And then the good news is, even if you're not a coffee drinker, you can still make a lot of money in the coffee business. Our CEO and founder, Mr. Bernie Chua, not a coffee drinker, okay? But he recognizes that a lot of people are, and he's created a way for us to get paid based on their habit, their addiction. And that was the other component, being highly consumable. Right now, just in North America, hundreds of millions of people woke up today, could not start their day without their first cup of coffee. If they're anything like me, they're already working on cup 3 or 4. Excuse me while I take just a moment to have a little bit of that cup. And so what that means is they drink the product, they consume the product habitually. That is the key to success in this industry that leads to residual income. I read something here recently, and I wish I could remember who originated it, because I'd love to give them credit. But essentially, they said, if you understood residual income, you would walk through a brick wall to get it. And that's all I'm going to say about that for now. I assume most of us are here because we understand the idea of leverage, and I'm going to show you how to tap into that. The second thing for me was price point. Another thing that I see with a lot of network marketing companies, they may have the best product or the best service, but by the time they go through the manufacturing process, then they got to add some markup to make room to pay commissions. By the time that product gets to the retail market, it's incredibly expensive, sometimes prohibitively expensive. I was on the phone with a gentleman yesterday. He used to be with a company that's very well known in the network marketing industry. He said, and we were doing okay until the economy took a hit because our product was something that they didn't need to have. They were using discretionary income to buy it, and all of a sudden I watched my income just dry up overnight. Well, the thing about coffee is, if you can't pay your light bill, you're going to sit down and have a cup of coffee while you stress out about it. So when times are bad, you're going to drink coffee while you're thinking about it. When times are good, you're going to drink coffee while you're celebrating it. It's just one of those things that makes sense. And when people are meeting and they're having meetings and doing presentations, typically the drink they're enjoying while they do that presentation is a cup of coffee. So we're able to be price competitive, in many cases less expensive, especially when you're talking about companies like Starbucks or Tim Hortons, some of the premium blends of coffee, and still make an incredible retail profit. Leadership was a big component for me. I was blessed and honored to be able to spend some time with some of the leadership of this company, and that for me just pushed it over the top because these leaders are absolutely incredible. We're going to talk about that in more detail. The fourth component for me was money. Now, a lot of times people look at me like I'm crazy, go, well, shouldn't money be first? No. Money is really a given if you've got the right product, a good price point, you've got strong leadership. All you do is make presentations. You show people the information. You let them try the product. The money just comes. So I wrap my head around the idea that this company here in North America will pay us 8 different ways, and the other countries pays us 7 different ways. I was in. The fifth component was opportunity. And by that, what I mean is not my money, but your money. Can I take the average person with little to no network marketing experience and show them how to make money with this company? And we've proven the answer to that question is absolutely yes. In fact, so far, my current record, and I'm trying to beat it, my current record for getting a new distributor in the business and making money is 30 minutes. 30 minutes from the time they open their account to the time they're putting money in their pocket. And we can show you exactly how to get that done. So the other key element that's going on right now, and I think this is why Mr. Clark has invited you guys to be here. One of the things that I told him, I said, Clint, get your leaders on this webinar, the people that you want to work with, that you want to partner with, that you're going to work together with to drive growth in this business. And you guys are the ones that he picked, and I think that's incredible. So welcome aboard, and whether you make a decision to partner up with us today or not, tell Clint thank you. He thought of you first, okay? The big thing that's coming, we are 3 days away from Organo Gold launching in Australia and New Zealand, okay? This webinar is being done June 1st. We're recording it, so some of you may be watching it after the fact. We launch in Australia and New Zealand, and we've already got people just chomping at the bit. They've already sent to me a U.S. application to hold their spot, okay? I know that Clint is talking to people in Australia and New Zealand that are sending in their applications to hold their spot. On June 4th, here in the U.S., we start putting those applications into the system. That'll be June 5th in Australia and New Zealand. What's going to happen is we're expecting that company to just blow up with coffee volume. It's not going to surprise me at all to see people reach leadership levels within the first week of us rolling out over there. And by being able to get your position before we put Australia and New Zealand in, you're putting yourself in a position to benefit from all of that coffee volume that we're going to be driving from that point forward. So on the screen there, you see the list of companies that we're currently, or countries that we're currently operating in, as well as understanding that within the next 3 days, we're going to be opening Australia and New Zealand. I'm going to have to go in there and edit this page so we can add those guys to our system. And I'm going to show you how to get paid on that coffee, even if you don't know anybody in those countries, okay? It's called a global bonus pool. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to dive right into the actual presentation. I'm going to talk to you about a company called Organo Gold. Organo Gold is bringing the treasures of the earth to the people of the world. And I tell people this all the time. This is the right business because it's easy, it's simple, it's coffee, okay? Because of the coffee and the way we make our coffee with an additional health component, you actually get to participate in 5 different industries. The first one being health and wellness. The herbal component in our coffee lets us participate in the health and wellness industry, which is on track to be the first $1 trillion industry. Home-based business, for most of you on here, I recognize a lot of the names on the presentation right now. It's a no-brainer. Home-based business is, first and foremost, one of the best ways to make money. I've been doing this for 13 years. I am unemployable. I can't imagine working for somebody else at this point in life. But the big benefit, even if you don't really make a lot of money with it, the tax breaks and the tax advantages that are made available to business owners are tremendous. And so I always tell everybody I talk to, listen, if you decide not to partner with me in this business, get some kind of home-based business. Allow yourself to take advantage of the tax laws and the way they're written so you get to keep more of your income instead of constantly handing it over to the government before you even see it. The third industry is weight loss. And a guy asked me, so is weight loss really that big of an industry? I said, tell you what, stay up tonight after 1 o'clock in the morning, start channel surfing on your TV. He's got about 400 channels. And I said, I'll be surprised if you don't see commercial after commercial after commercial and infomercial about weight loss products, systems, plans, potions, lotions, pills. They got stuff they want you to take, stuff they want you to push, stuff they want you to pull, stuff they want you to lift, stuff they want you to shove and shake, and all this stuff in the name of losing weight. Well, I've got customers that are coming to me telling me that when they started drinking this coffee just a few minutes before breakfast every morning, they naturally just started losing weight. They're very happy customers, and happy customers keep coming back. The fourth industry is the internet. I recognize a lot of names on here as people who are involved with the internet. I've seen you do some internet marketing. We've worked together in various capacity over the years, so that's not a mystery to you, not a surprise. This webinar is an example of how we can use the internet. We're going to be doing presentations all over the world all week long. We're, like I say, Australia, New Zealand. I don't know if I'm going to sleep for the next 2 weeks, and I'm okay with it. I've got plenty of coffee, so that's not going to be a problem. As a distributor, of course, you're going to get your own retail website. Your customers can go there, place their orders. The company's going to handle all the processing and shipping, send you the retail profits. You can place your wholesale coffee order and track all of your commissions and the growth of your organization and all that fun stuff. One of the things that Clint and I are real excited about is our ability to partner up with our internet marketing backgrounds. We're working with our team to help them take advantage of lead capture pages, lead generation strategies and systems that will then send follow-up emails to your prospects. We've already written all of the letters. We've got sample ads. We've got banner ads. We've got capture pages. We're just showing people how to plug in and literally follow a step-by-step copy and paste system for generating income. Okay, so if that's something that interests you, you definitely want to get with Clint, and he can show you how he's putting all that together. He's getting incredible results, and he's just getting started, and he's going to tear this thing apart. So the fifth industry, coffee, of course, that's why we're here. And why did I decide to join up with a coffee company? Coffee is not a luxury. It's a part of our daily lives. People do it habitually. They do it constantly. They do it without thinking about it. Probably a bunch of you on this webinar right now, if you're like me, when you woke up this morning, coffee was the very first thing on your mind. You see, coffee is actually the most consumed drink next to water. It's the world's largest traded commodity after oil. Here in just North America, we're consuming 500 million, that's with a B, a billion cups of coffee a day. More than 80% of the population that's over 18 here in North America is drinking coffee. Specialty coffee sales are actually increasing by 20% a year. So many companies are going under, industries are taking a hit. Coffee's growing, okay? And if you're familiar with coffee at all, you're probably familiar with Starbucks. These are the guys that made it cool to spend $4, $5, $6, $7 for a cup of coffee. I had one of our leaders explain to us a few weeks ago. He said the secret to their success is in the name star, meaning high. You know, the stars are up high in the sky, and bucks, dollars, is high dollar coffee, Starbucks coffee. I'm about cracked up. But they, you know, the day of go get the 25-cent cup of bottomless coffee, that's over. Starbucks changed all that for us, and I thank them for it. They created an incredible opportunity when they did that. McDonald's got into the game because they recognized you could take 7 cents worth of coffee beans, make a big pot of coffee, and when you drain that coffee into your customers' cups, you generated $15 in sales. Now, if you have a business hat on at all, what you just heard me say was they turned 7 cents of cost into $15 of gross revenues. That's incredible. McDonald's caught on and it worked for them so well. If you think about it, the last few McDonald's commercials we've seen, the clown lost his job, folks. They downsized him or moved him to a different department or something. They're not doing clowns and hamburgers and Happy Meals on their TV campaigns. They're promoting McCafe. Now, what is McCafe? McCafe is the same McDonald's coffee put in a different cup. The name got changed and the price went up. In fact, McDonald's is now opening locations that are just the McCafe brand. You can't get a hamburger. You can get McCafe. Okay? I got a friend of mine who actually works for corporate offices of McDonald's, and he told me in a conversation he and I were having on the phone that coffee saved their business. Coffee's huge, okay? What is Burger King always known for doing? Copying whatever McDonald's does. So they get in the coffee game with the iced mocha. Dunkin' Donuts. Let me help you understand some more of the power here. Dunkin' Donuts, they're known for donuts, duh. Their logo used to be a donut with a bite out of it and some crumbs laying around. Today, their logo is a cup of coffee. And if you go to DunkinDonuts.com, you can't buy donuts, you can buy a lot of coffee. The profit margins in coffee are absolutely huge, which is where our opportunity comes from. Nestle is known as the chocolate company. They brought Nescafe to the American market. Subway is now opening for breakfast. This company decided to, across the board, start opening their stores several hours earlier, so their overhead went up, their payroll went up, the operating costs, everything goes up. And they're doing that so they can sell coffee. They actually buy their coffee from a company called Seattle's Best, and Seattle's Best is owned by Starbucks. Well, here's the part that's good for you and I. You now have an opportunity to offer millions of coffee drinkers a healthier coffee, and we get paid every time they drink it. So briefly, the health component of this coffee, here in America, we can't make health claims, so I'm not going to get into all that. I will tell you this. Go online and search Ganoderma, Ganoderma. You are going to get millions of pages of results that did not come from our company, but you will find results that come from the American Cancer Society, MD Anderson, several independent university studies all over the world being conducted right now that are pointing to the documented health benefits of this herb. Now, it's already been very well thought out and used for over 4,000 years in ancient China. It's regarded by the Chinese as the miraculous king of herbs. And the things that it's been reported to do is help oxygenate your body, provide you with more energy, support your circulation, provide you with more vigor, actually help support your quality of sleep. Natural body detoxification supports your immune system, promotes health and longevity. A lot of times when I talk to people, they'll say something like, well, let me do my research. I said, great, hit Google, do your thing. But let me show you something. These certifications that you see on the screen here, kosher certification, halal certified, USDA organic certified, the EcoCert certification. These are indicators to me as a business person that a lot of research has been done. Okay. So I know I don't have the research budget or the time that these guys have. And whenever they say we're signing off on this herb, I'm happy. Over here in the bottom right, you have a picture of what is the world's largest Ganoderma facility. We partnered up with our growers, and the Chinese government put $240 million into this Gano Herb Industrial Park. That says to me, this company is prepared and is going to be around for a long, long time. Maybe you've been through it, or you know people who got involved with a particular company, and either because the leadership wasn't right, the infrastructure wasn't there, whatever it may be, the company didn't last. And that's unfortunate, and I hate it. I've been through it myself. This company is built to last. I'm putting so much effort into what we're doing here because I know that what's going on with this coffee business is going to be there for my grandkids and my great grandkids. And I can say that with absolute confidence. Okay. Our product line, again, folks, it's so simple. Coffee, tea. We actually have toothpaste with Ganoderma and soap. So if you're the kind of person that likes to brush your teeth every once in a while, occasionally take a bath or a shower, we got you covered. We get you Ganoderma through the gum line and through the skin. Our coffee line, we've got black coffee, we've got coffee with cream and sugar, we've got an organic coffee, we call it the king of coffee, with the Ganoderma spore powder, the most potent form of the herb. We've got green tea, red tea, hot chocolate, mocha. We've got an iced tea product called Black Ice that is phenomenal. And the Ganoderma comes in supplement form as well. You can take the capsules. When you really look at it, we're really a Ganoderma company, but we pose as a coffee company because it just makes sense. It's so easy to give a coffee drinker a cup of coffee. So it kind of takes the persuasion part of it out of it. We're not trying to convince people of anything. Just us sitting talking with a guy today. I said, well, you're a coffee drinker. He said, yeah, try this coffee. Let me know what you think. I said, man, that's a good cup of coffee. We're going to get him in the business next week. Okay. Leadership. We're talking about leadership and how that's so important. Our CEO and founder, Mr. Bernie Chua, again, not a coffee drinker, but extensive background and history with Ganoderma. His passion is to take Ganoderma to the four corners of the earth. And he quickly recognized when he came over here to North America that we're addicted to coffee. And he found a way to infuse the herb into the coffee so that you can't see, taste, or smell the herb. You just see, taste, and smell delicious coffee, delicious tea. And then he contacted Mr. Shane Moran. He said, I've got the formula. I want you to help me take this to the earth, to the entire world. And Mr. Moran said, let's do it. Not now. Let's do it right now. As you get to know Mr. Moran, you'll know he's very famous for saying, not now, right now. And in fact, nobody in the world has sold more of this healthier coffee than Mr. Moran. And then Mr. Holton Buggs that you see on the left there, he's our Executive Vice President of Sales. In my opinion, he's an absolute genius. He put together the systems that we use to share this coffee with people. Not only has it been very successful for him, he's the #1 income earner in the entire industry of network marketing. Okay? The #1 income earner in the entire industry of network marketing. In fact, if you're familiar with, I believe it's homeforbusiness.org, they have a top 100 list. And of the top 10, 4 of the top 10 income earners in the world are with Organogold. We also have the number 11 spot. So I think pretty soon we're going to have 5 in the top 10. That to me is incredible. The company is barely over 4 years old. Every other company that's up that high has been around 20, 30, 40, 50 years. So what I'm trying to get through is we're not playing. It's not something that we hope is going to work. We've got documented proof that it works. In fact, in just over 4 years, this system that we're showing you right now has created 27 millionaires. So when you've got a product that's as addictive and habitually consumed as coffee, you've got the profit margins that are there in coffee, and you've got the leadership and the infrastructure that we have in place, it becomes very, very easy to make money. I'll just mention here this Think and Grow Rich collaboration. If you're familiar with the Napoleon Hill Foundation, you know this is a big deal. If you're not familiar with them, I'll give you just a real quick rundown. In the 1930s, Napoleon Hill wrote this book called Think and Grow Rich. He was challenged by Dale Carnegie to do the research and interviewed over 2,500 of the world's wealthiest people at that time to get into their mindset, their philosophy, how they think, how they spend their time, what sort of things they think about. The end result of which is this book, Think and Grow Rich. The Napoleon Hill Foundation carries on the work of Mr. Hill to this day, and they're world renowned, especially in business circles. And they get over 1,000 invitations a year to collaborate with various companies like Mercedes-Benz, Microsoft, Oprah Winfrey, Walmart. And for whatever reason, they've always said no. But before our company was 2 years old, they agreed to collaborate with us. So we have the first ever exclusive strategic collaboration with the Napoleon Hill Foundation. To me, that just says so much about the credibility of this company. So hopefully you can understand why I'm excited. When I talk to some people, they go, you know what, I've heard enough. Just get me in. How do we do this? Well, let's talk about the money, okay? I want to talk to you about how we get paid and why we're so excited about having you partner up with us on the system. Our first revenue stream that's available to us is through retail sales. You can earn 50% to 500% retail profit every time you sell coffee to a coffee drinker. That can be friends and family. It can be work associates. It can be a stranger you meet on the street. You can sell it through special events, schools, fundraisers, gyms and health club centers, mall kiosks. We do coffee and jazz mixers where we just invite people over. They try the coffee. We show them the information. We always end up with new customers, at least, quite often new distributors from that. Very, very easy, very, very simple. And that 50 to 500% retail profit, I've seen that range happen all the time. I've seen some people actually do better. And we sold last Christmas, we set up a booth for a big Christmas show. And when a lot of the vendors there were looking around at empty spaces in front of them, we had people lined up buying coffee and hot chocolate and mocha. It was incredible. It was a money-making deal, and we generated a lot of new prospects from that event. So that was a lot of fun. The second way we get paid is where we get into leveraging. We start showing other people how to get into the coffee business. And when they get involved with the coffee business, they're going to buy their first order of coffee. And when they do that, the company's going to pay you a fast track bonus up to $150 for every product pack. We're going to talk about those product packs here in just a moment. There's no limit to the number of fast track bonuses you can get, and those bonuses are paid out every single week. The dual team. For those of you who've got some experience in the industry, you may look at this and think binary. I want to encourage you, let that go for a minute. I want to show you a couple things that are different here, okay? But the simplicity of this team is 2 legs. And this is just one of the ways that we get paid. This is just on the first time orders. So when they sign up and they place that first order, if it's just a little coffee or a drink, or it's one of our product packs, those commissions are paid through this dual team. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your first referral, you put them on your left team, your second referral, you put them on your right team. And then it becomes a little more complicated. You get your third referral, you put them on your left team, and your fourth referral, you put them on your right team. It's a little more complicated. You put the next one on your left and the next one on your right. And just teach people how to do that. Go get 2, one on your left, one on your right. Teach them how to do the same. Now, this chart that you see on the screen is an example of what's possible. You go get your first two in the first month. It's June 1st right now. So let's say it takes you all the month of June to get your first two in. You put one on the left and one on the right. Now, if you follow our system and do it the way Clint and I are going to teach you to do it, it won't take that long. We've seen people do more than this in their first day, but let's go slow. Your first month, one on your left, one on your right. Your second month, you teach them to do the same. So now you got four on your second level in the dual team. The third month, you teach those four how to do the same. You got eight on that next level. You just follow that system through. In your 12th month, you can have over 4,000 people in your organization. And these numbers are based on people just placing a regular little coffee order, average about $3 a month. Not really talking about product kits and business packs and big building. We're just talking about coffee drinkers. That's over 204,000 in commissionable volume. At our highest commission rate of 20%, that's a $40,000 income just on the dual team in your 12th month. Okay. Now, what we're showing you is not a guarantee. I'm showing you an opportunity. So what happens if you're only able to do half that well? You only follow half of our instructions, you get half the results. In 12 months, you could be looking at a $20,000 check just through the dual team. That's incredibly powerful. This is the one part of the pay plan that does have some maximums, and we'll show you how to start at different levels depending on what makes sense for you, what your goals are, and how quick you want to get there. But the first plan that we have is a person starts as a marketing associate. You can earn 10% on that dual team every week. You can make up to $500 a week. And it goes up, and you see here on the far right, the diamond consultant level makes up to $20,000 a week. And we have positions that now go off the chart. We call Crown Ambassador, where we've got people that actually make $75,000 a week. So the bad news is there are maximums, and you can only make up to $75,000 a week on this particular plan. Okay. Now, what happens in month 2 when they start to reorder? Because the one thing coffee drinkers don't ever let happen is being out of coffee. And our customers continue to order over and over and over again. Our distributors continue to order over and over and over again. Those commissions are paid through the unilevel plan. No matter where somebody shows up in your unilevel, when you bring them into the company, they're first level to you on the unilevel plan. And this particular part of the plan pays through 9 levels. Okay. The 5th way that we get paid, this is why I get so excited when I spot somebody with some talent, because you get paid better to help other people succeed in this company. Usually in some network marketing companies, they have what they call a breakaway plan. And it's almost counterintuitive to help those people succeed, because when they do, the company will pull them away from you. They'll break away from your organization. Well, here at Organo Gold, they just give you more money to help people succeed. In fact, imagine if you had signed up Clint Clark and you had signed up Brian Rooney, and then you help us build our unilevel check, our monthly unilevel check, to where we're getting $1,000 a month. Your bonus on that 5th way is going to be 20% of those checks added to your income. So if Mr. Clark's making $1,000 and I'm making $1,000 and you're the one that put us in the business, that's another $400 a month coming into you just for helping us be successful. Thank you very, very much. The 6th way we get paid is a generational leadership bonus. When you help people on your team qualify, well, you don't have to be, it doesn't have to be your people. Anywhere in your organization, when the company sees other leaders qualified for what we call Sapphire, Ruby, Emerald, Diamond, you get an additional leadership bonus through unlimited depth of the company. I remember the first time I qualified for that leadership bonus, when one of the folks in my organization reached Sapphire, I actually called my upline to ask if that was accurate. It scared me how much money they added to my check. The amount itself wasn't just an incredible amount, but I thought it was so much, and all I did was just answer some phone calls, do some 3-way calls, help this person follow up with some prospects. I got a nice bonus. And I thought, man, I'm going to go out and make some more sapphires happen. So we're very, very motivated to help you succeed. I was talking to a gentleman today that I met for lunch. I said, I'm not interested in seeing if you want to sign up for the business. Anybody can sign up. I'm interested in finding out if you're ready to plug in and go to work, because I'm going to help you make money. That's where my money is going to come from. He said, oh, I'm ready. And he's ready. He's already doing some incredible things. He's going to come into business here real soon, and I believe he's going to just tear this thing up. Now, remember, I told you, even if you don't know anybody in Australia or New Zealand, we can show you how to get paid on that coffee volume. What you want to do is qualify for what we call our Ruby level leadership plan. What that does is qualify you to participate in our 7th income stream called the Global Bonus Pool. Here's what happens. The company takes 3% of worldwide coffee resales. Every time someone reorders coffee in any of the countries that we're in, they take 3% of that sales volume and they put it in the Global Bonus Pool. And every quarter, if you're a Ruby, you get a Ruby check from that global pool. If you're an emerald, you get the Ruby check and you get the emerald check. If you're a diamond, you get the Ruby check, the emerald check, and the diamond check. When you go blue diamond, you're just going to check out because the checks just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So this organization is designed to have our leaders help you succeed. They're building the global bonus pool. That's why you'll be able to tell come June 4th here in the States, June 5th down under, who's in Organo Gold and who's reached those leadership levels because they're going to be walking around with a big, big smile because the global bonus pool just got bigger. Now let's talk about the OG Benz Club. Here in North America, this is the 8th way that we get paid. When you reach our first leadership level, you go sapphire by moving just $14,000 in coffee volume in a calendar month. It's easy, easy, easy to do. And when you do that, you qualify for the OG Benz Club. Sapphires get a $400 a month car bonus. Rubies get a $600 a month car bonus. Emerald is $800, Diamond is $1,000. They have a couple of pieces of small print, fine print. One of them is that the car does need to be 3 years or newer. Don't want you driving an old beat up hoopty. And of course, it has to be a Mercedes. It can be any color you want as long as it's black. So folks, today I take my coffee just like my Mercedes, black and free. All right. We have, it even gets better. We have an elite car program. When you go black diamond with Organo Gold, you can go out and get a Lamborghini, a Maserati, a Bentley, a Ferrari. The company will pay you a $3,000 a month car bonus to drive a high-end elite car that's already being paid for by coffee. We'll use coffee money to go pay for it. The company's going to send you more coffee money. That to me is incredible. So hopefully you can kind of understand why I got so excited about the company and knew that I had some skills that I could bring to the table in terms of my internet background experience. Mr. Clark's doing the same thing. We're reaching out to people like yourself that want to plug into this system, follow the steps, drink a better, in my opinion, a better tasting and a healthier cup of coffee, and get paid every time somebody else does it too. So let's talk about how to get started. $50 is your business kit. Your business kit gets you a position in the organization, positions you ahead of this Australia growth that's about to just explode this organization. Remember, we're doing Project 2000. We're not doing Project 50. We're doing Project 2000. We've got a lot of people that are going to be coming on board here. And positioning yourself ahead of them just makes sense for you. So for $50, you're going to get your own distributor website. You're going to get your ID number. You're going to be able to place your customers go there, place their retail order. You can place wholesale orders. You're going to get a few samples of coffee. You get some brochures and applications. That gets you in the system. The next thing you need to have to be in the coffee business is coffee. Just makes sense. So the company has put together 3 promotional packs that you can choose from. Any one of these will get you started in the business. I want to be very, very clear about that. Any one of these product packs will get you into the business and get you started in our system. If all you do is buy the business kit for $50, what you will have is an ID number and the opportunity to purchase coffee at wholesale prices. If you want to participate in all of the ways that we get paid, you need to have a product pack. Okay. Now the company calls these bronze, silver, and gold. Personally, I think of them as good, better, and best. The bronze pack is a good pack. It's $149. You see the coffee that you get there on the screen, a couple boxes of black, a couple boxes of latte, 2 mocha, a green tea, a hot chocolate. $149, that's your wholesale cost. When you start your business with this bronze pack, you can get a 10% commission on that dual team plan that we talked about earlier. And this is where they cap the plan at $500 a week on the dual team side. There's no cap on the unilevel, no cap on the fast track bonuses, but the cap on the dual team. When you start your business with the bronze pack, it's $500 a week. Now here's the challenge. I was talking with a gentleman today. We're having lunch, and he said, well, I think I'm going to get that bronze pack. And I asked him what his goals are for his business. He told me he wants to make a pretty good amount of money. He wants to get there in 60 to 90 days. And so how many people do you have ready that you want to talk to or you want to give out coffee samples? So I've already got a list of 50 people. As soon as we're done here, I'm getting on the phone. I said, well, if you buy the bronze pack, you're going to be out of coffee in the next 2 hours. Those are just the facts, because you've been talking to these people. They're going to be wanting to try the coffee. He's not going to have any coffee to drink. He won't have any coffee left to sell his customers. So I recommended to him the silver pack, at least. The silver pack is, as you see on the screen, $450. You get more coffee. It's $450 worth of wholesale product. You see the company also includes some soap, so you can start taking a bath, which is great for everybody you're involved with. We also include our capsules. I take these capsules every day along with my coffee. I've never felt better than since I started taking those capsules. Now, when you make this kind of investment in your business, the company bumps you from a 10% commission to a 15% commission, and you can earn up to $1,500 a week in that dual team. When I started my business, I was very excited about it. I know a lot of coffee drinkers. There was no question in my mind, I'm going to rock and roll. I'm going to just go to work and tear this thing up. I got my business started with the Gold Pack. The Gold Pack is $1,245. As you can see, includes a lot more product. That was important to me because I knew I was going to sample a lot of coffee. I knew I was going to be able to get customers because the coffee is just great. When they try it, they love it, they want it. I want to have it on hand so I can sell it to them and maximize my retail profits. Okay. The other reason I started with the Gold Pack, look on the bottom left. That's a 20% commission. This presentation that you're watching me do right now is the same presentation I do day in and day out. Sometimes I'll do these 2-3 times a day. It's the same information. I say the same things. I tell the same corny jokes in the same place. And I know when I'm done, I have an option for the company to pay me 10%, 15%, or 20%. I'm doing the same job either way. I wanted the 20%. So it made sense for me to get that Gold Pack. And we talk to people that we've talked about the options, and they come in here and they go to work. They do what we're going to show them how to do. They run out of coffee very, very quickly. I had a gentleman who started with the Bronze Pack. Didn't believe me. I said, okay, here's what's going to happen. You're going to get the Bronze Pack. If you do what I show you, you're going to be calling me tomorrow to sell you more coffee at wholesale because you're going to run out. I will sell you coffee at wholesale one time to help you out. After that, you're going to have to order from the company, order from yourself. You're waiting for it to ship. That was on a Tuesday, and the next day he was asking me to meet him at a restaurant down the road because he needed to buy 8 more boxes of coffee because he already had them sold. So again, any one of these will get you in the business. Bronze, silver, or gold. The Bronze Pack will put you in at a 10% commission structure. Silver Pack starts you at a 15%. Gold Pack starts you at a 20%. You can upgrade within your first 60 days. No matter which one you buy, you have a 60-day window to upgrade from one pack to the next by simply paying the difference. Okay. So our mission as a company, quite simply, we want to become the most admired corporation in the world. We're shooting for a target of 1% of the coffee market. Now, when we get that done just in North America, that'll make us $1 billion company right here in North America. $1 billion in coffee is $125 million a month in coffee sales. Because of the way the compensation plan is structured, the company puts 50% of that back out into the field as commissions. So what I'm telling you is when we hit this objective, and we believe we're on track to hit it by the end of 2014, me and my associates are going to be splitting up $62.5 million a month from people drinking coffee just in North America. That doesn't include what's going on and getting ready to happen in Australia, New Zealand. We're in Japan, France, Italy, Germany, all over the place. Okay. So we're definitely inviting you to partner up with us. What we've done is just followed a proven system for introducing people to coffee, introduce them to the information. Mr. Clark and I have partnered up with the online mechanisms that we're using to show people this information online. We've got capture forms where people can fill out the form. They go into an autoresponder system that sends follow-up letters, gets them to an online either video presentation or an online webinar like we're doing right now, so they can get the information and people see it. And those who have a business hat on, it makes sense to them. They get involved with us and they start doing very well. Okay. I think that's really pretty much what we got here on this presentation. My real question for you is, are you ready to be the next coffee millionaire? What I want to do, let me see if I can do this clean here. We're going to do another one of these webinars next Tuesday on June 4th. This is when we're opening up in Australia. Tuesday, June 4th at 8:30 p.m. Central. What I would like you to do, of course, get involved with the business with us today. I want you to get back to Mr. Clark, or if you were a guest of someone else, get back to them. Let them show you how to get started, get your questions answered. We'll figure out which product pack makes the most sense for you. And then the thing you want to do right away is start getting people to our next webinar. I'm going to send on your screen there, you should have a link that gets you booked into our next presentation, and you want to bring guests to that presentation. This whole webinar is about one thing: letting you put people in front of us so we can work for you to help you make money. That's what I love doing. I want to work for you and help you make more money. So the more people you get involved with this, just getting the information. We're not even worried about if they're going to sign up, if they're ready to join. That's almost irrelevant, because when people see this information and they get a hold of the power of what we have, signing up is just the next process to get started. So I want to encourage you, get back to Mr. Clark, or again, if you're a guest of someone else, get back to that person. Let them help you get your questions answered. Let's talk about which product pack makes the most sense for you. We'll get you started in the system. You can have your ID number here in the next few minutes. Your website will be live in the next few minutes, and you definitely don't want to miss this opportunity to cash in on what we're about to do in Australia. I know Clint's got a bunch of people lined up. I've got a bunch of people lined up. By getting in ahead of them, you get the benefit of everything they do moving forward. And all you got to do is follow our system. Let us show you how to get one on your left, one on your right, and teach your team how to do the same thing. So, folks, thanks very much for attending the webinar today. I hope you got some great information. We look forward to helping you make a good decision for you and your family and your family's future. And remember, it's easy, it's simple, it's coffee.